Hi everyone, this is Lauren. Welcome back. I have saved your seat at my craft table. I'm jumping on really quick today to begin a project with you that we are going to create together live next Saturday, May 10th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here on my YouTube channel. So I wanted to show you what I'm doing in preparation and show you some ideas for supplies so that you can craft along next weekend too. My friend Nicola from My Shabby Craft Corner will be joining us, and although she will be creating a different project, we are both going to be working with the newest collection by Shabby Art Boutique for the craft room, and I am really excited about this particular kit because it is carnival theme. It is called Shabby Carousel Dreams, and the color palette is soft pastels of my two favorite colors, mint and pink. So I will leave all the information in the description box below for how to join the craft room if you're interested, because the doors are opening in just a few weeks, May 20th to the 28th. So you'll find all of that information below. The project that I will be making on the live next weekend with you all is going to be a ticket flip book, and Nicola from My Shabby Craft Corner will be making a mini album. So for my project, if you would like to join in, I am using the ticket stubs from the kit. Let me show you what I did to prepare the tickets as our base. And similarly, I should mention this is a great option if you don't have the ticket die cut by KS Craft. This is how you can make your own without any dies whatsoever. On a new canvas, we're going to go over here to the bottom corner and click Upload. And then we're going to click Upload Image. And I'm just going to drag this over a little so I can see my file folder here. This is where I have all my elements. We'll grab a ticket and drag it over, and then hit Continue. Apply and Continue, Flat Graphic, Continue, and Upload. And then this is going to put this onto my canvas. So this is the ticket that I'm going to use as my base for our ticket book. I'm going to turn it horizontal just because that's the way my brain works, seeing it exactly how it will be laid out in my ticket book. You can choose any size you want for your book, big or small, but I'm going to make mine 6 by 3 inches. Then I'm going to click my offset key, and I'm going to change it to 0.025 so I get a nice close cut. I'm going to change my background to white, click off the image, highlight it again, and click Flatten. Now I know that was really fast. I have a whole tutorial on this that I will link below for how to cut out your fussy cut elements using your Cricut. I just wanted to run through more of a refresher really quick today to show you from square one how I'm preparing for our project next weekend. Cricut Design Space shows me that I can fit 2 tickets per page. After I downloaded that ticket image from the Elements folder of the kit and enlarged it to 6 by 3, I repeated that process. There are 8 individual tickets in this kit, so I have done this process for all 8. So what I've done is I have printed the 5 by 7 journaling pages first on 65-pound card. I showed you those at the beginning. Then I printed 2 tickets per page on the other side of those journaling pages. So, in other words, I used 4 pieces of paper total to do all 8 tickets, since I have 2 tickets per page. I then reprinted all 8 tickets a second time. The reason I did this is to make my pages thicker and sturdier, yes, but more because I want to have a pocket within each page. So stick with me. So although I printed the ticket on the back of the template paper, I only did that so that my Cricut had a template for how I wanted this to be cut out. I am going to use the journaling paper side. That'll be the side that shows. The second printed ticket will then go on top, and then you can sew the edges or you can glue the edges, and make sure you leave one side open to create a pocket, where you can then stuff tags or ephemera or journaling cards. So these 2 pieces together will make 1 page in our ticket book. Additionally, I know I want at least 2 of my pages to be shaker cards, so I cut 2 rectangles of acetate and I taped them down on top of the 2 tickets. Make sure to change your paper settings in Cricut Design Space to acetate so that the blade cuts all the way through. And depending on the thickness of your acetate, you may need to change your cutting settings to heavy or check it before removing it completely in case you need to schedule it to go through a second time. I then used Cricut Design Space to cut out the border of a ticket for the top of my shaker card. You can see here I have already done one as an example of what we are about to do together. To do this, we need to select a ticket. So I'll choose this one and then click Add to Canvas. Once it uploads to the canvas, again, I'm going to rotate it, and that will make it easier for our next step momentarily. Let's move it over so we can see it. I'm going to go to the top of my toolbar and change my size, again, to 3 by 6. Next, we want to select Shapes over on the left-hand side of the toolbar, and then we'll click Rectangle. You're going to place your rectangle over the space that you want to remove, and to do this, we are going to grab the corners and the side and expand. Next, make sure that the image is selected, and then under Operation, we want to click Basic. Highlight your ticket and click Slice. Click on the inside, and then you're going to hit Delete twice. Now you can see that the empty space in the middle will be cut out. You'll go back to Operations and change back to Print, then Cut to get our original image back. Now to prepare this for cutting out, you're going to highlight the image and click Offset. I always use 0.025. Click Apply. And I want to change the black border to white. And then finally, I'm going to highlight and I'll click Flatten. Now we have our border for our ticket stub, and this will go over the acetate so that we can see our sequin mixes inside. The last part of making the ticket shakers was my least favorite part, only because it was kind of tedious, but you do have two options for this part. We want the foam to add space between our ticket base and the border that we just made so that the sequins inside have room to shake around. Without layers in between, the sequins will not move or move as easily. So I chose to use foam from the Dollar Tree, and what I did was I traced the outline of the ticket that we just made and then cut it out. What is challenging about foam is that it does stretch. It is very malleable and it does not hold its shape well once the fibers have been cut into. But it's close enough, and what's nice about it is it is one and done. This foam provides enough layers that my sequin mix will be able to move around freely inside. Another option would be to either print multiple ticket outlines to build up layers, or print one and then trace multiple times. I would recommend using a 110-pound cardstock to decrease the number of times that you'll need to trace or reprint. I'm going to make the shakers on Saturday with you, but all I did so far was use my sewing machine to attach the ticket border to the acetate. I will then glue this to the foam and the base when we do our shakers. I also sewed 3 pieces together here on this one, so you can see the border, then the acetate, then the ticket base, but I did leave one side open here to add the sequins, and then I'll sew it closed when we are done. The back side, again, that's just the template of the ticket. We won't see that. We're going to add the back journaling paper to it, and then we'll have our ticket page. I still need to print out the fussy cut images to decorate the pages of our ticket book, but these are some of the goodies that I have pulled out already. These are some of the carnival charms that you may recognize from my last video, and I also grabbed some ribbons, sequin mixes, bows, just to give you an idea of what you can grab to decorate your pages with me on Saturday. Also consider what you would like to use for binding your ticket book together. I'm thinking that I'm going to use these binder rings, but I'm not sure of the size that I need yet because I don't know how thick my book will be. But I brought them out just to show you an idea. I also grabbed some pink chain and a matching clasp for attaching charms to the side of the rings. And that's basically it. I just wanted to show you how I'm getting started, so if you would like to join in and make one with me next Saturday on the live, you are ready to go too. Don't forget, another option is that you can tag along with Nicola and make a mini album right alongside of her. Or we would love for you just to join us for some good fun and chit chat. Looking forward to seeing you all next weekend. Until then, take care.